Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley, which is Ashley's Media Addiction, and it is time for me to find out what I will be reading in July. I am nervous, but hopefully it'll go well. So in June, I had a very easy reading month because I got the reward of a mood read month. So all I had to do was my friend's prompt, and if I completed that, I get a reward for July. And for that, I actually had Yarn Reader for my prompt, and she had the word life, so it needed to be life in the title or a slice of life book, and I chose Such a Fun Age by Riley Reid. I did read this one. It was only one book I needed to read in June, so of course I definitely picked this one up. So yeah, that means I did actually complete my June TBR, which is lovely. So let's go see what my reward is. Okay, so my reward was really nice to me, and that was I can change any prompt to a book club book. So my book club book for July is In Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. So I will definitely be able to fit this one in somewhere, and that makes me really happy because it's quite chunky. And I'm in London a little bit in July, so it's going to definitely be one I'll want to try and pick up after I come back. And because I had to cancel Paris, I have a couple days where I just have to myself that I can just read as well. So that'll be fine. But I do have a little bit of time off in July, which is lovely. But yeah, let's take a look, see what I'll be reading. For those who don't know, I need 6 points for this month, which is good. It's no longer 7 because we managed to lower that in the last month, which is lovely. But I play the game Boggle, and for this I shake 16 letter dice, and I need to find words, and it's the first word I find I need to make a prompt out of, or it needs to have that word in the title. So hopefully it'll go well. I will leave the full point system in the description so that you can check out all of that, but I will try and say how many points after each roll as well, just so you guys are aware. But before that, let's look at my friends' prompts that they gave me around Christmas time, and let's see what this prompt is going to be. I'm nervous. I can't remember anything that's left in here. There is like 5 slices of paper though, so let's go this one because this one's in my hand. I'm nervous. What have we got here? We've got It's Hope Books, Lies, a book that lies to you. A book that lies to me. I have no idea what I'm going to choose for this. I'm going to have a look at my shelves and try and think of something. I will be back. Okay, so I am back. I have found the book that I'm going to choose for Hope's prompt. So as you will remember, Hope gave me the prompt of lies, so it needs to have lies on the title or a book that lies to you. I am going to choose Love at First Like by Hannah Orenstein. So this is a rom-com, and it's basically about this girl named Eliza Roth who owns a jewellery store with her sister, and one day she sees her ex is engaged, and so she posts a photo of her wearing an engagement ring, and then it's basically about her either owning up to the fact that she's single or finding a fake fiance essentially, and she chooses a fake fiance. However, she starts to like someone else, and it's all about those lies and the romance that ensues. So yeah, I think this one fits quite well. I have not heard anyone speak about this book, so I have no idea what to expect from it, but I do really like the colour, and I feel like July's a really good time to read some romance and nice, some easy fluffy books. So yeah, this will be the first book on my TBR. Let's go on to my first official roll though, so roll number 1. Roll number 1. The first word that I see here is lush, L-U-S-H. Okay, so for my first official roll, I found the word lush, which is 1 point, so that's fine. I didn't know what to do for this. I could have done a beautiful cover. Instead, I've actually just decided I want to straight away just get my book club book in. I want to use my reward, change any prompt to a book club book, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So as I said before, the book that is for my book club is In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This is a really beautiful cover though, especially with like the sprayed edges. So I mean, it fits either way, but I just really wanted to get this one in nice and early. So yeah, this one is a Pinocchio retelling, and it's about, I believe like Pinocchio is meant to be like a robot or something. I'm not too sure. Welcome to the heart of peculiar forest and beginning of an extraordinary journey. Yeah, in a small home built into the branches of a tree live a human named Victor and 3 robots. These are unpleasant, sadistic nurse machine, a small vacuum despite desperate for love and attention, and a fatherly inventor android named Giovanni Lawson. Together their family hidden and safe. Then Vic salvages an unfamiliar android labelled Hap. He learns that Hap and Geo share a dark past, where they hunted humans, and Hap unwittingly gives away Geo's location. Before they know it, robots from Geo's former life arrive to capture and return the android to his old laboratory in the city of Electric Dreams. So it's basically about them trying to get him back, really. Yeah, I've not heard anyone speak about this yet, which is really surprising because usually TJ Klune is everywhere. So it'll be interesting to give this one a read. I'm excited to finally check this one out. And if you do want to read along with me in my book club, do definitely go check us out. I will put the links down below so you can do that. And I will try and set up a buddy read sort of schedule for this as well, that we can all kind of read it together. So yeah, this one should be really good. I'm excited to get to this one. Let's go into rule number 2. Rule number 2. The first word that I see here is star. S-T-A-R. Okay, so rule number 2 was again a 1-point word, and that word was star. So it needs to have the word star in the title or be a 5-star prediction. For me, I'm going to choose a book you've probably seen quite a few times that I've been wanting to read. I've just not gotten around to. Still never got around to reading it, and so I'm putting it on now. And that is You and Me at the End of the World by Brianna Bourne. So this is basically about this girl named Hannah and a boy named Leo who they're stuck together at the end of the world. There's no other humans. And yeah, it's basically them finding love, essentially. And it's just really sweet. And they're just trying to find out what has actually happened to Earth and why there's no one around anymore. So I'm looking forward to this one. It should be a really easy read. I feel like I'll fly through it. I feel like it's going to be a 5-star prediction for me just because the back of it seems really, really funny. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Hopefully it'll be as good as I'm expecting, and hopefully it'll be a nice, quick, easy 5-star read. And I do like it is, just by flicking through, it's in dual perspective, and I love dual perspective in terms of romances. So this one should work. Also, the cover is just so pretty, like the pink and the purple together. So yeah, should be, again, a nice, light, fluffy one, and one that I can't wait to pick up. But let's go into rule number 3. Rule number 3. And the first word that I see here is Shire. S-H-I-R-E. Okay, so my third rule, I found a 2-point word. You love that for me, and I found the word Shire. Now, I need to have the word Shire in the title or set in a rural area. Let's be honest, I'm going to kind of bend this a little bit because I am sure if you're anything like me, you heard the word Shire and you went Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I'm going to read The Hobbit. That may be cheating. I do not care. You hear the word Shire, you think of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I feel like it fits perfectly for this prompt. So if you don't know what this one is, this is about a man, well, a hobbit rather, named Bilbo Baggins, and he gets hired by dwarves to help them get their homeland back. And yeah, we're following Bilbo's journey. I really love the movies for The Hobbit as well, but I've not read this in so long. I don't actually really remember anything about the book. So it's going to be interesting for me to pick this up again, and I may do a book versus movie and just watch the trilogy because I do absolutely adore that trilogy and I love the actors in it. Also, this one is surprisingly shorter than I remember it being because it's only 400 not even 400 pages, it's 389 pages. So it is considerably shorter than I was expecting as well. And the writing isn't that small. So hopefully I'll fly through this. We will see. But I'm excited to go back into some J.R.R. Tolkien after so many years. And yeah, I can't wait to get back into some Lord of the Rings lore. So this should be so fun and exciting for me. But with that, let's go into my final roll, because I only need one more point. So it doesn't matter what happens now, I need 1 point. Let's get this done. Let's go into my final roll. Roll number 5. The first word that I see here is where, W-H-E-R-E. Okay, so my final roll, I found again another 2 points. I don't know what's happening here. I'm very, very happy about it though. And that is because if I complete this whole TBR, it means because I've got 7 points here instead of 6, I can go back down a point to make it 5. And that would be incredible. Whether I'll be able to do it or not is a different matter, but the thought is there and that makes me excited. So this time round I got, again, a 2-point word, and this was the word where. So it needs to have where in the title, or where is kind of a place. So it needs to have a place in the title. Now, you might remember at the beginning of the video, I said I'm sad because I can't go to Paris like I was planning to with my mum and see a lot of bands that I really like. And so I'm going to read a book that is set in Paris because apparently I'm a masochist who's just going to torture myself. Yeah, that's what I'm doing apparently. Cool. So this is one that's actually from my NetGalley. I do need to read it. I do want to improve my ratio this year, so it seems a perfect time to read this. And that is One Way Ticket to Paris by Emma Robinson. So I don't know anything really about this except from it's about a girl who upends her life and goes to Paris and she finds romance. So again, another romancy book. So I've got 3 romances in this TBR. So yeah, apparently it's a romance July for me, but it's going to be nice, light, fluffy, and hopefully if I can get through all of that, I might have some time to read some other fun sort of sequels. I wasn't really sure what I kind of wanted to do for where. I have a lot of different books I could have chose, but I do feel like this is the best way forward for me, and as I said, I'm a masochist, so I'm just going to torture myself. I'll probably read it when I should be in Paris, you know, just to get those Paris vibes, even though I can't be there, unfortunately. But yeah, it should be good. So what do you think of my TBR? Do you like it, not like it? What book would you recommend that I start with as well? And have you read any of these? I'd love to find out your thoughts on these books. But yeah, that's everything for me. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.